So a 4-pitch walk issued there to
Farley
Zeke
draws
Farley.
for one.
And a man on first. I apologize. We had some technical difficulties.
Back up top
That
for
other stream ended.
the
We are
Hardhats.
back. We are here in the
Number
bottom
21,
of the third
Dominic
inning. It's still a
McKnight.
0-0 game. Nobody has a hit. Zeke Farley just got aboard with a 4-pitch walk off of Phillips. And so we're back. Here, Farley, a big stolen base candidate. Though he's 0 for 1 so far in this tournament on stolen bases. He tried to steal third. It was thrown out against Bryant yesterday. That's called a little bit high. So 1 out. This is Dom McKnight here. Alright, we are back. Apologies for all of that. So 1-0 now to Dom. Dom pulls back a bunt on a low ball, 2-0. He'll take a walk if you give it to him. Alright, 2-1 now here to Dom McKnight. He's got Farley on first. 1 out. Dom puts up a bunt in the foul territory, not going to be catchable. 2-2 now.
One evens at 2-2.
A rare technical error having to do with school Wi-Fi that we were using here. It's now back to normal. But we are back. Apologies, you missed a little bit of the third there. But in that third, Harry Good went straight 3-3, and he was stranded in the bottom of the second. So good. Farley takes off. Throw is in time. They get him. Farley a little surprised. He didn't slide. I was wondering what that was about. Farley goes, and so 2 outs.
Farley is.
Full count now to Dom.
Second.
I wonder why he didn't slide. I mean, the throw beat him, but not by that much. Called strike 3. Wait, nope, they give him the walk. So, on the 1 a little bit at the knees area. Dom McKnight does extend this inning. He gets a full count walk. Phillips thought it might be a strikeout, but Aiden Roberts now comes up. Aiden Roberts, the best hitter so far in this series. He is 4 for 7, tied with Aaron Roach. He did fly out to the second baseman his last time up. They check back. Dom safe. Dom definitely a speedster on the base paths. Gotta watch out for him to steal bases. He has about 15 steals in the last 2 weeks. He takes off. The catcher throws it. Sherman gets him. Oh, McKnight thought he was safe, but they get him. So that's 2 stolen bases caught there for Sherman and the Fremont. So that'll be another stolen base caught. Hardhats have 2 stolen base catches of their own, and they get that return to them in the top of the third, or the bottom of the third. So 2 men reach base, all of them get out. So 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned runs, no errors, and nobody left on base. Remains 0-0, scoreless all the way into the 4th. Harry Good is going to come out for his 4th inning of work now against the Freeman First State Bank Post 20. Against Freeman First State Bank Post 20.
The board in that inning for the Hardhats. Now batting in the.
So now the shortstop, Jackson Siza, going to come up.
It'll be Siza to the plate, Ortiz on deck, and Sherman in the hole.
Siza got a walk on a 3-1 count back in the first inning. He did not get any further than first, but he also got on base with 2 outs. So entering the top of the 4th here, still 0-0. Nobody on either team has a hit. So 2 no-hitters in progress. That's a curveball, hits the edge of the zone. Great work there from Good. 0-1 now. Good, puts one a little bit off the plate. Good eye from the ump there. 1-1. That's a fastball, a little bit high, they say. 2-1 now here to Jackson Siza. Good, got to throw some more strikes. He walked this man his last time up. There's the curveball, not able to get him to nibble, and that'll be ball number 3. Got to watch out. Very good, needs to throw a strike here.
That moves to 3-1.
They hit him, so that'll put a man on first, a little bit off the back, and so putting a man on first to lead off the inning, that's Siza. Uriel Ortiz, the cleanup man, going to come up now.
Ortiz to the plate.
All right, now coming up to bat is Uriel Ortiz. Siza takes some steps off of the bag in between the pitch there. He doesn't go anywhere. 0-1. Both teams should be scared to get caught stealing. Dietrich's thrown out too, both at third base, and then Sherman's thrown out too at second base there in that last inning. 2 of the best base stealers for the Hardhats, that is. Though I think Zeke Farley maybe was able to get in if he slid. So 1-1 now.
Your dad just said,
Can I state that?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, deuces wobble.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. Good work there from Good. 1-2. Good has 2 strikeouts on the day, both swinging. The 1-2. Checks on Siza. High pitch, check back at first, not going to be in time. So 2-2 now. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Hardhats TV in Omaha for the College World Series Legion Tournament. Curveball, not able to get the man to swing, so full count now.
That moves to pull.
Hardhats needing it out here. Ortiz getting set for the full count. Very good. Looking back. Payoff pitch delivered. Fouled off high into the, maybe onto the cages out there and left. Nope, not quite. So still full, no out here, nobody out here in the top of the 4th, 1 man on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Very good, gets him on the fast heater up top, so that'll be out number 1.
Ortiz is down strikes.
Third strikeout of the day for the Hardhats.
Sherman.
And up comes Landon Sherman. Sherman got a walk and then got all the way to second before getting caught stealing in the last inning, that top of the 3rd. That's a strike. No, never mind. A little bit high. 1-0. Some stretches going on out there with the umpire. Making sure he's limber. It is early. You got to get some, make sure you don't pull anything. So now 1-0 to Sherman. Umpire says he's set. Still got the man Siza there on first. 2-0. Siza keeps on taking some serious steps off the bag every time that the ball is thrown. Maybe he's trying to capitalize on wild pitches or just throw off the catcher. Ooh. Check back at first. Not in time. Siza does have to get a little dirty, though. 2-0 to Sherman. High inside. 3-0 now. Might add Sherman, a very interesting thing because his last name is spelled all weird like some people's first names. You guys know about Ashley's with the GHs and whatnot. It's Schurmyn for Sherman. That'll be a walk, 4-pitch walk issued by Harry Good with 1 out here, 2 men on.
Sherman down in first with the walk. Now batting number 1 down Escobedo.
The left fielder, Escobedo, got a walk his last time up. Got all the way to second and was caught stealing at third. So 1 out here. Harry Good allowed plenty of base runners. That was his 6th base runner allowed, but he has not allowed a hit or a run. So Escobedo going to try to change things. The curveball hits the zone. Great job there. So 0-1 now. Good checks in on Siza. Pitch. Curveball in the zone again. He keeps on doing that on the outside of the plate. The entire ball crossed it. So 0-2 now. Harry Good with 3 strikeout swing on the day. Both those curveballs landed. You think if he threw one low, it might get him to work. So that's a fastball in the dirt. Make it 1-2. That curveball has been sat on twice. Maybe he either throws one in the zone and hopes for a strikeout looking, or throws one down and hopes that it fools the batter. Check back at second. Going to be away into center. Going to be picked up quickly. Inhofer not going to make a play, so the error there from Harry Good will advance the runners.
On the throwing there, both runners advance. Siza over to third. Sherman is at second.
So 2 runners now in scoring position. This is suddenly becoming a really big issue here. 2 men in scoring position, a ground out, a fly out, a bunt, anything like that might bring home the go-ahead run here in the 4th. Good does have 3 strikeouts. Here's the 1-2. Curveball popped into foul territory and out of play. All right. The 1-2 again to Escobedo. At least Good doesn't have to worry about anybody stealing now. That one is looped into right. It will get down. So that'll score 1. Crossway throws to the cutoff man. And so the Fremont takes a lead and breaks up the no-hitter.
Single to shallow right.
That's the first hit of the entire game all the way here in the 4th.
Siza is third. It's the first hit of the ball game. Into third.
So coming home with Siza. Ortiz now on third. So runners on the corners, 1 out. Up comes Logan Egan, the catcher. He struck out swinging. He was the first strikeout victim of the game, his first time up. Takes a strike at the knees. So 0-1 now. Oh man, he takes a very mighty swing there in his warm-up. He seems to be ready to crush something. Double play situation in play at second. So now 1-1. The 1-1 here. Good. Delivers a curveball just inside. Make it 2-1. It was scaring the hitter Egan. He thought he had a duck, but it nearly hit him because he ducked. As it looped round, it nearly dropped in the zone. So 2-1 now. 2-1 to Egan. Off the plate now, 3-1. Good's got to not walk him. He's issued a grand total of 5 walks and a hit by pitch, so 6 free passes so far today in his 3 1/3 inning pitch. Going for second is the runner. He will advance, and the walk will change nothing, so that'll put a man on. Still 1 out. Bases now loaded.
Time is called.
So they're going to come out, check on Good. He has pitched 3 1/3. He's allowed the 1 run, but the bases are loaded with 1 out. It might be his time. Coach Torvey giving him a little bit of talk here. Good, not a normal starter, but a lot of guys have been used up and have to wait a number of days in Legion here because of the pitchers thrown in that Yankton series and thrown yesterday in their games, in the games the Hardhats had against the Kearney Runza and Bryant Black Sox. So kind of low on pitchers at the moment. Rich Inhofer pitched 3 shutout innings last night as a surprise reliever. So bases loaded, 1 out. Harry Good going to have to recollect himself as Connor Weitzel comes up. The 8-hole hitter. That one fouled.
Strike
0-1.
1 to Cooper Weitzel.
Harry Good also going to a community college out in Sterling, Colorado this fall. That's a breaking ball. Ooh, they say no. I thought it might have dropped in the zone as it got to the back of the plate, but it wasn't there at the front. So 1-1 now. Yep. So 1-1 now here. Good. Delivers. That is a strike. It will be fouled off. So 1-2 on the looping curve. One, 2 for Good. Good, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good, able to get the second out. That's a big one. Now up to 2 outs. Bases loaded. Starting to look like most of the runners could be stranded.
Batting number 7, Charlie Richmond.
So strike 3 call, or strike 3 swung there. So the 4th strikeout of the game for Good. There's 2 outs. Up comes the 9-hole hitter, Richmond. Ooh, that one also called a little bit behind there. So 1-0. Those balls kind of loop and drop towards the back of the plate. You have to remember that the plate is a 3-dimensional area. If it hits the zone at any point, whether it's the front of the plate or the back of the plate, it is a strike. So that'll be 2 balls now here with 2 outs. Harry Good cannot afford to give up another walk that would bring home a run. Good delivers the 2-0 here. The stretch. That's a beautiful curveball dropping right in the zone. He has great control on his pitches. He only throws 2.
What's going on?
2-1. Good. Throws a fastball. It's fouled off there by Richmond. 2-2 now. 2-2-2.
7-on-7.
And now Good trying to get his 5th K and strand some runners. He got that talk from Coach Torvey. He struck the next man out. Now he's on the next guy. So the 9-hole hitter, Richmond, waiting on the 2-2. He fouls that one off. It won't be playable right into the dugout. So 2-2 again. Richmond just about got around to that curveball. It would have dropped in the zone for a looking strike had he not hit it.
It's high school football.
Yeah.
First stage, maybe.
All right, 2-2 now for good.
We get some teams coming from out of town.
He delivers. Inside, ball 3. Strong fastball on the inside part of the plate. So, full count with 2 outs. There's a big one. A walk brings in a run. A strike ends the inning.
I don't know. I know they have the varsity and the JV.
Big pitch upcoming. Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs. Very good. The payoff pitch. That's a curveball outside. That'll bring home a run. Fremont makes it 2-0. Bases still loaded. Good, not able to strand the runners. And now it's 2-0 Fremont.
Richmond with the walk, forcing Sherman across the plate.
Good now faces the leadoff man, Colin Ritter.
16, Colin Ritter.
Ritter is 0 for 2. That is a fastball, struck and foul. Hard hit ball, nearly got to the fence, but it will be a foul ball. Everybody come on back. Everybody runs across the infield, getting back to their positions. So that was a dangerous situation there. Fastball given a ride by Ritter. Ritter, the center fielder, has popped up to the first baseman and struck out swinging today. Very good. 2 runs, not ideal, but very manageable. Hardhats still need their first hit. That's a curveball well off the zone, but handled it well enough by Dietrich that it will not allow anybody to advance. 1-1. Good being asked to do more than his normal load with all of these pitchers ineligible for this game. 1-1. That's going to be a called strike at the knees. Maybe a little bit generous, but 1-2.
Game 1.
So 1-2 now, here to Fremont. The pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside of the plate. Very good, strikes him out. He does allow 2 in the top of the 4th. Fremont makes it 2-0. But the Hardhats strand 3, and they enter the bottom of the 4th, just down 2-0.
Third out of the inning. 2 runs scored on 1 hit. No errors and
So to recap the inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, that was no earned runs, 1 error on Harry Good himself, and then on a checkup or on a pickoff attempt, and then there were 3 men left on. So it is 2-0 here for Fremont. Hardhats will get their chance to respond. The strong top of the order-ish area, the 2, the 3, and the 4 going to come up. Roberts, followed by Hollick, followed by Good. Phillips has not allowed a hit so far today. He has allowed a few base runners. He's had 3 walks so far, but he also has 4 strikeouts. His catcher has nullified a few of those walks with 2 caught stealings, both on Zeke Farley and Dom McKnight. So Phillips, the Hutchinson Community College commit, is going to come up to pitch his 4th inning of work. Torvey looking him down, trying to see if he can catch on anything. Unfortunately for all of us, Coach Torvey's alma mater and team that he played for back in the 80s was a 2nd team All-American with Oral Roberts, got to the College World Series, but they did lose lost 2 days ago to TCU, so he will not get to see them here. That would have been something cool. But anyways, he gets to know that they went all here. He was watching all the games. He was in the city at the same time as them. So that's pretty cool. All right, so up comes to bat Aiden Roberts. Roberts batting a very nice 4 for 8 now. I might add, that was kind of cool. The catcher, Sherman, did a little bit of a between the legs as if it were a dunk contest as he passes that one to his other hand. 1-0. Called strike down the middle, 1-1. Hardhats bats need to come to life. They need to at least get one hit. Aiden Roberts was able to break up an 11 out consecutive out streak last game in the 6th against Bryant. That one is popped, maybe playable. The catcher, Sherman, not going to get it. It's out of play. Nearly hits some people in the stands over there. They're fine. So it is 1-2 now for Roberts. Like I said, there was an 11 straight out runner out streak back in the third through the 6th inning of the Hardhats last game against Bryant. Roberts broke that up with a single and a stolen base. That was the closest the Hardhats got to adding to that 2-0 lead in their 4-2 loss. So 1-2. Roberts reaches out. He hits it softly up the line. It is going to stay fair. Infield single. Hardhats do get on the board. Roberts, the streak breaker, does his work. That was... No, what's foul? Are you sure? Okay. 1-2. That was just hugging the line. I thought that he grabbed it too soon. Okay, 1-2. So Roberts slaps that one into right, underneath it the right fielder, and the out recorded. So out number 1. Close call got me some false hope. Yeah, it's a little more consistent on the turf. You don't have that lip that gives it that extra velocity as it comes down on the edge of the grass. So 1 out. Coming up now is Hayden Hollick. He is 0 for 6. Taken high, 1 out. He does have a walk and 2 runs. So when he gets on base, he's done well. Hardhats still looking for their first hit. Inside, he does a little limbo. Feels it brush across the front of his baby blue jersey. A shadow comes out from a cloud that could come in to impact things. Swing and a miss, strike 1. As that cloud goes deep, deep, deep into left, it's out of here. All right, 2-1. Up comes another cloud. That's outside. You have to wonder if that messes with the pitcher halfway through the release. Your catcher changes colors. So 3-1 now. All right, the 3-1 to Hollick. He swings on one, fouls it off. We're run full. So 3-2-1 count here for Hollick.
That moves to full.
He's looking for the first hit in this game for the Hardhats, and also just the first hit of the weekend of the tournament for him. Had a great series in Fargo this weekend. Hollick fouls it off. We keep on going. So 6 pitches down in the at-bat comes number 7. We have a whole bunch of very wispy clouds, just very intermittent coming through. If you're seeing that on your screen where it's coming to dark, to light, to dark, to light, that's what's happening. So, full count. The payoff pitch from Phillips is called strike, top right of the corner. Very good painting job there from Roberts on the breaking ball, and that'll be out number 2.
For the second out of the inning. Now batting number 14, Harrison Good.
So the second strikeout looking for Phillips.
Smoke from South Dakota.
It all went to New York. All right. K5. So strikeout number 5 for Phillips. Now comes Harry Good trying to add to his own case. He allowed 2 in the top of the inning. He'd like to at least get one of them back here in the bottom. He has to come back out for the 5th, I bet. So, I mean, it would help him a lot to give himself more room. 0-1. Here to Good. He'll take one low. He also doesn't want the other pitcher to upstage him. He only has one. He's only allowed one hit in his 4 innings. Phillips has allowed 0. Would like to even that out. So 1-1 here to good. He drives one over to third, handled cleanly, throw to first. In the dirt, not in time, or it's in time, but dropped by the first baseman. And so that'll be, I believe, an error on the third baseman. So still no hits.
Reaches.
Still no hits, but the third baseman,
E5
Brooks Eiler.
charged.
Brooks Eiler makes an error, so he reaches base.
Now batting number 27, Alex Dietrich.
Dietrich now up. He is 3 for 7. He got 5 RBIs in game 1 out here, and then he went 0 for 3, and now 0 for 4 since. So, first pitch here from Phillips. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good, taking a bit of a lead. He does have 1 stolen base so far, but he should probably hold off as the two of the best base stealers on this team, Zeke Farley and Dom McKnight, have been thrown out by Sherman in this last bottom of the third. Good was the closest the Hardhats got to scoring. He was stranded on third after getting there with 1 out. There's Dietrich. He hits one into right. The right fielder goes back, makes the grab, and that'll be the inning. So the Hardhats do not score, do not get a hit. They do reach on 1 error. And going into the top of the 5th, it remains 2-0 Fremont.
Dietrich flies out to right.
Yeah, so to recap, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, 1 error on that third baseman for Fremont, and 1 man left on. So it remains 0-0. And good will come out, I bet. No, it's not. Oh my gosh. Whew. Is that Aiden Roberts I'm seeing?
15.
I think that's Aiden. Aiden Roberts going to come out for his first hard hat pitching debut. Harrison Good goes 4 innings pitched.
Attention please, now pitching.
He's pitched 4 innings pitched. He had 0 earned runs, though the reason he didn't earn it was his own error, and you don't know my opinions on those. But he did get 5 Ks. He walked quite a few, but Harrison Good now out. Aiden Roberts making his pitching debut. Like I said, very depleted on pitchers so far after that Yankton doubleheader and their doubleheader yesterday.
Due up for Fremont Post 20. RBR Bank. It's Eiler, Siza, and Ortiz. Due up.
All right. Yeah. So Eiler's going to lead us off here in this inning. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Sure. So Roberts making his debut. Let me tell you a little something about Roberts. Yeah, let me go back to the 2 weekends ago. There we go. So Roberts pitched 9 innings with the Expos, all of them in relief. He was 1-0 with the Expos. He had a 3.89 ERA and a 1.67 WHIP. So 3.89, that's with the Expos at the 17U level. He has not pitched with the Hardhats. This is his Hardhats pitching debut. He delivers one up the middle. It is grounded. McKnight handles it. Nope, muffs it, and that'll be the first man reaching. I believe that'll be, I think he would have gotten there, regardless. That's a hit, yeah. So an infield single for Eiler.
The infield single.
Siza will come up now.
Number 11, Jackson Siza.
Siza reached on a walk and a hit by pitch so far. That was against Harry Good. Roberts, normally the second baseman. Dylan Marsh will take over for him. We forfeit the designated hitter. I guess there's no DH. Harrison Good will just come out of the pitcher slot. So man on first, nobody out. First ball delivered, 1-0. Going for second is the runner. Throw is not going to be in time. Stolen base successful for Eiler.
Eiler steals second. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Siza.
This is not looking too good for the Hardhats here in their only game of the day. So 2-0 now here to Siza. Roberts delivers a breaking ball just a little bit high. So 3-0.
Good.
Roberts, the youngster. In a 2-run game, has to pitch. Delivers one, that's a strike. About thigh level, so 3-1 now.
Count moves to 3-1.
Siza getting set. That's inside, ball 4. So a man will reach there on the walk. 2 men on, nobody out.
On the walk. Covers the first, second with no outs.
Hardhats still
number
firmly
6.
in striking distance.
Ortiz.
Uriel Ortiz now up, the designated hitter. He somehow is 0-4-2 in this game. Hasn't reached base either. A pair of flyouts. Eiler takes a few extra steps off second. And that'll be a ball. So 1-0. Like I said, Roberts, pretty new to the team. He only joined the team 2 weeks ago on the Sunday before last. And we just need to have a pitcher. That one is fouled off, but deep. He'll go into the warm-up bullpen over and left. So 1-1 now for Roberts. He's trying to get his first Hardhat out up against Uriel Ortiz. Roberts, one of the best double play guys we have on defense. At second base, Marsh is going to take over his position. So he checks back. Doesn't get him, but had a shot. Eiler had a serious lead off there. So 1-1 here. That's a breaking ball, not in the zone. Okay, 2-1. That felt pretty close to me. The 2-1 here for Roberts. He steps off. The man doesn't even go back to the bag. He knows Roberts isn't going to actually throw it back. Eiler not going to take his time to go back. So now 2-1. Take it off. But a foul ball will bring them back. It is going to be maybe playable. Running out there is Farley. Not going to make the grab. He overruns it a little. It falls down in foul territory. So Farley unable to make the out. The count moves to 2-2.
Left fielder, great hustle. Oh, too much hustle. Overran the ball.
I do have a question. If that's a foul ball and it's caught, is that just, it's still a sack, so you have to go back to the bag.
Yeah.
But they're allowed to advance regardless, even if it was foul. Because you can still go.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. All right. Just, yeah, I was wondering because you got to go back to the bag for foul, but, you know, it's mostly a fly out at that point once it goes out. So 2-2 now. Roberts trying to get his first out. Fouled off. Roberts throws it so hard he loses his footing. Steps off the mound. Still 2-2. Here to Ortiz. Pitch is fouled into foul territory, and into the dugout it will go. So we remain 2-2, back-to-back fouls, or 3 in a row fouls off of Roberts. Roberts nearly had that hit last inning, but it just went foul. Down and away. That'll get away from the catcher. So runners advance. Runners on second and third. Still nobody out. And now it is full count here. Ortiz might get a walk after all those foul balls. Roberts, big pitch here. The payoff against Ortiz with 2 men on, nobody out. He delivers inside. That'll be a walk. Put a man on. Bases loaded. Still nobody out. Things starting to unravel here for the Hardhats.
Ortiz down the first of the walk, loads the bases. Now batting number 2, Landon Sherman.
So bases are loaded. Landon Sherman now up. Sherman has a pair of walks on the day. Both of those would, if he gets that again, that would be enough to bring in a run. It is still a 2-run game, but it feels like it's starting to get away from the Hardhats, especially with a no-hitter through 4 coming from the opposing pitcher, Brant Phillips. That's going to be a strike. Good fastball, edge of the plate. So 0-1. Taken high. 1-1. Roberts got a lot of pressure on him for the youngster. It's been one of our best surprises coming out of the Expos. He's been a great defensive and hitting second baseman in his time here. That one is fouled off. A low pitch. Swung on fouled. So 1-2. So 1-2 now. Roberts delivering to Sherman. He gives it. It's fouled up the line and just a little bit off. So that'll keep it 1-2. That was nearly a double or something. Extra base hit to the left field. That would have brought home at least 2. Roberts, the 1-2. Ball inside, 2-2 now. Good eye there from the catcher Sherman. So 2-2. It's fouled off again into left. So Roberts facing the same predicament he had in the last one. He doesn't seem to have any swing and miss stuff at the moment. So it seems to just be a bunch of foul balls, and then he'll give a ball and maybe a walk. So there it is. It is flown into left. Farley, underneath it, gets the grab. He's going to throw it home, and the runner will stay. So out number 1, recorded. All right, Roberts gets his first as a hard hat.
Sherman.
He picks up the bat, hands it over. Some good sportsmanship.
Hold. Now batting number 1, Dom Escobedo.
Dom Escobedo, the only man in this game, or one of just 2 men in this game to get a hit. He got his to break up the Harry Good no-hitter in the 4th. He got an RBI on that. They would bring home 2 if he did it now. So base is still loaded, 1 out for Roberts. That's a strike on the edge of the plate. Good pitch there. Roberts locates the fastball. Should be noted, Roberts doesn't have the average build of your pitcher, but he is also very young. He could very well grow into it. That's a strike as well on the inside of the plate. Good call, I thought it was a strike hitting the edge of the plate. He goes left, he goes right, he does the whole thing. And now it's 0-2. He's looking for his first punch out here against Dom Escovedo. Delivers. Fouled, or sorry, grounded over to short. Underhand throw to Marsh. Marsh, one. Not in time to get the second. So, 1 run will score on the fielder's choice. Second out recorded.
Escovedo saved his first. 1 out on the fielder's choice. 1 run scores.
So, now 2 outs. Escovedo sits there on first. Runners on the corners. Coming up is Logan Egan. He drives that one into left. Farley gets down on his knees, makes the grab. He fell on his backside as he did that. Feels a little bit sore, it seems. And that'll be out number 3. So 1 run comes across for Roberts. That was far from the worst outcome that could have happened in that inning. Roberts pulls it back round, allows the 1. It is 3-0 now for Fremont.
Bottom 5.
So to recap that inning, 1 hit, 1 run. That run was earned to the pitcher Roberts. There were no errors, and there were 2 men left on.
No errors and 2 men left on the bases in the top half of the 5th inning.
So
in the whole half of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th coming in.
You're standing right beside me. I said, I'm driving down the Drake's house right now.
So now Phillips comes out for his 5th inning. He is not allowed a hit in this entire game. He will face the bottom of the Hardhats order, the 6, 7, and 8. Coach Torby throws a ball back to the pitcher. He gives it a smile.
He says, you're just stirring the pot. I said, yep.
Yep.
I said, but I do.
Hutchinson Community College commit seems nearly impenetrable so far today. They're Fremont riding their best pitcher right now, and it's doing well. So the senior from Freemont High School coming back out.
So it's between the 2 of you now.
I love it. You did not call or text.
And he won't. He just butt his fucker.
Yeah. He shouldn't have said that.
Batter's box for the Hardhats.
All right, Aaron Roach coming up.
Aaron Roach.
Roach 0 for 1 in this game, but 4 for 7 overall. He's done a good job, and he got a save in game 1. They would have surely put him out there by now if he had not pitched yesterday. That's the Hardhats' only win so far. They're looking for number 2. Roach fouls that one off. Got good contact, 1-1. I feel like if somebody's going to break up the no-hitter, Roach is a good candidate. He's hitting well. He batted over 500 for the first month. So here we go, 1-1. Roach doesn't put down a bunt. He pulls it back. That one way off the plate, 2-1 now. Should be noted, Phillips not immune to walks. He's allowed 3 of them so far. Called strike on the very edge of the plate, maybe. 2-2. Maybe a little generous on that last one, 2-2. Roach watches one at his knees inside, so 3-2. Full count to Roach to start this thing out. A leadoff walk would do a lot here, especially from a guy like Roach. He already has a steal in this and is used as a pinch runner sometimes. All right, full count here from Phillips. He delivers. It's fouled off just barely. He adds a little bit of air underneath it, and that'll be a foul ball. Keep it full. Hardhats bats just not alive so far. That's taken off the plate, and he will get a leadoff walk. Big work there from Aaron Roach. Whoa, look at the wheels on the umpire there. Those strides.
Batting number 22, Rich McGoffer.
Ridge Inhofer, he flew out to the shortstop last time. He is safe. They're going to make sure. Got to watch out for Roach. He probably doesn't want to steal. Sherman, the catcher, 2 for 2 on catching stealers, and those were the 2 best stealers on the team, Don McKnight and Zeke Farley. Bunt put down and foul, so Inhofer not able to put the bunt down, looking at 0-1 now. Inhofer 1 for 7 so far. He does have an RBI. I think officially he's 0 for 6 because that single was ruled an error, somewhat controversially yesterday. So 0-1. Roach with a leadoff. First baseman putting out his glove, getting set. They deliver. Fouled off the catcher's mask. You got to wonder. I always wonder what sound that makes when you're the catcher. Is it like a thunk? It's a thud. Oh, they check back in. Roach safe, just barely. He really got very close there. 0-2. So a cloud goes over everything but home. He looks illuminated in a glorious light. That's taken high. 1-2. Now. Here to Ridge Inhofer. They checks back. The ball doesn't get away. It bounces off of Roach. Only 1 error so far in this, or 1 of 2 errors in this game for this Fremont team was a check back that allowed Harry Good to get all the way to third. That's high. 2-2. Brant Phillips pitching a great game so far. He has 5 strikeouts, no hits allowed, 3 walks allowed, and it's a shutout. Going for second is Roach. The throw from Sherman in time. They get him. He's 3 for 3 on caught stealings. Sherman putting up a defensive masterclass here. He gets the first out of the inning. Roach is erased from the base paths.
Roach is thrown out on the
Sherman doing an incredible job. He throws out arguably the 3 quickest Hardhats on the base paths. So now still a full count to Inhofer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So out number 2 recorded in the next pitch. So
for the Hardhats. Now batting number
Tate Crossway coming up.
Tate.
Oh wait, the pinch hitter, the switch and put in second baseman Dylan Marsh going to replace Tate. That must mean that Harry Good has moved into right from the pitcher's position.
He's in for Crossway?
Yeah. He's playing second. All right. Here we go. So 2-0 count now to Marsh. Marsh, a very low batting average, 105 batter, but does take a lot of walks. He has a 390 OBP. So if you look at the OBP, you're like, pretty good. You look at the batting average, you're like, woo. But all in all, he's a plus for the team, and a single's as good as a walk here. He drives it up the middle, but just eats it as he falls out of the, ooh, gosh, he tweaked something in his knee there on the takeoff. He's coming off of a torn labrum over the offseason. The Northern State commit. That's a rough one. We'll see if he can come back out and play second. Torvey going to check up on him. That'll be out number 3 nonetheless on the ground out.
I'm sorry. He came in for 16 Marsh.
Yeah, and then it seems like Marsh came in at second. Harry Good went to the outfield, and he took over right field. So to recap that inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on base, and it remains 3-0. So we enter the top of the 6th. Hardhats just trying to make this, keep this in reach, but Brant Phillips pitching a masterpiece so far. And the Hardhats would hate to fall to 1 and 2 out here. That would look really bad. And knowing that they can give it their all today, knowing that this is the only game they play today, it would be a really rough thing to sit on for a full 24 hours on the loss here if they have it. So Fremont First State Bank, post 20. Gonna try to get another bit of hit.
Where did you get Fremont First State Bank?
I looked up Fremont baseball, and that's what I got.
Who's RBR?
I don't know.
One of the teams has an RBR. I thought it was
Oh, I looked up Fremont Legion ball, and that's what I saw.
Okay, good.
And everything seems to have a...
Yeah. Well, this was RBR Bank.
I don't know. I'm not from Nebraska. That's a strike.
I don't know where.
So 0-1.
RBR Bank?
V or B?
RBR.
V as in Veronica?
RBR.
Oh. Yeah.
So that would this have the same things on there. RBR Bank.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They did put it in the paper.
1-1 for Roberts. He throws one high. 2-1 now. Yeah. I got it for on the Legion website. Fremont First State Bank, post 20, but this was 2022 team. That one is fouled off. They might have changed it. Yeah, they might have changed sponsors in between. Anyways, so that's a foul ball. Make it 2-2 now for Roberts. Roberts has not gotten a punch out. He nearly does there. The man flinches, so full count. Dietrich needs to pull up those knee pads. He might be borrowing them from Bentz or Inhofer. Full count. Called strike 3, edge of the plate. Good pitch there, located fastball, and that'll be the first punch out of his Hardhats career for Aiden Roberts.
How about number 13, Cooper Weitzel.
So good start. No, that was Weitzel. This is Charlie Richmond.
Oh, I was off.
So Richmond is 0 for 1 with a RBI walk in the 5th. He hits it deep into center. It's going to get past the center fielder. It's picked up, and Inhofer throws it. Going for third is the runner. The throw is gonna... Ooh, is it gonna beat him? No, he reaches safely. Just barely. That one arm able to reach out and get it. So a triple for the second baseman, Charlie Richmond, the first hit of the inning. That was a very close play at third, but I think he did get that arm out before the tag was applied. So now calling Ritter up. Ritter is 0 for 3.
Top of the order, number 16.
He has a man on third with 1 out. Ritter, the leadoff man, the only man not to reach base in this game.
Right now? Yeah, Prezi can do it. Prez.
It's a strike given. It's grounded up the middle. That'll be a single. RBI single makes it 4-0.
RBI single
That's gotta go.
for post 20. Who's been scoring from third. Ritter on the first with the single.
So Richmond gets it there. 1 out. Ritter now on first. He's the center fielder. Watch out for him to try to steal.
See you, Pat.
I'll be back.
He takes off. The bunt put down. Roach going to come in. He makes the grab. Throw to first in time. So that'll be the second out on that good throw from Roach. And the man advances to second. So the sack bunt successful. Gets him over to second. And that advances the runner to second. That is Ritter.
The bunt moves the runner to second base, bringing up the shortstop, number 11, Jackson Siza.
So Jackson Siza, the shortstop, going to come in. He has reached base all 3 times he's been here. He got 2 walks and a hit by pitch. That's a strike inside of the plate. Good pitch there from Roberts. So it's a 4-run game now. Definitely a substantial lead, but nothing that'll absolutely rule out the Hardhats if they can keep it this way. 0-1. That is a little bit high. 1-1 now. Thank you all for tuning in to Hardhats TV. This is our only game of the day. Tomorrow we will have a 9:30 and a 7:30. So the very first and very last games of the day. Going for third is the runner, and Ritter is just safe. He just makes it. I think he got benefited there. He got benefited by the fact that Roach was standing in front of the bag. Had he been around the bag or on the bag, I think he would have spun around and got him in time. But with 2 outs, there's a man on third. Can't allow any wild pitches now. There's a low ball. 3-1. As I mentioned, Jackson Siza has reached base all 3 times he's been up to bat. 2 walks and a hit by pitch, which was on ball 4. So, I mean, effectively a walk. He reaches out. It's not. Ooh. It lands on the base. I think that makes it foul. So, full count now coming up here for Siza. There's a wasp trying to get into our room. He will not find his way in, hopefully. All right, the payoff pitch. Fouled away. Roberts threw that with every ounce of his being. He fell to the ground after that one. We remain full. Full count, 2 outs, man on third. Jackson Siza getting ready. Payoff pitch. Slapped very hard and foul down the over the fence on the edge of left field. So that'll be a full count again. Back-to-back fouls. Roberts delivers. That one is hit into left. Farley running after it into foul territory. Won't be able to get there. So the remains full again. Hardhats are a little banged up. They're missing their starting shortstop, Wilson Kiefer. They are missing the all-state center fielder, Mars Saylor, in center. A great bat in the lineup as well. Full count. Another one. And finally, a walk is given. So after 3 strikes were fouled off, 1 more ball was given, and Siza reaches base.
Siza draws the walk.
That's some good hitting there.
Jeriel Ortiz.
Ortiz now up. He reached base on a walk and got out in a fielder's choice. His last time up. His first 2 times he got out by a flyout. Grounded up the line and foul. So 0-1. Hardhats just trying to keep another run from not scoring. Their bats can't do that much, but in the event they do, they'd like to keep it tight. Going for second is the runner. He checks back at third. That's the same kind of play. That's the same kind of play I've seen work that Aiden Roberts usually cuts off at second base, where they throw to second with the man leading off there, and then the second baseman comes in, intercepts the attempt, and that one is popped up into shallow center. The second baseman, Marsh, wants it, makes the grab, so the inning will end. One run scores here in the 6th here for Fremont, and we enter the bottom of the 6th. Hardhats are down 4-0.
2 hits, there were no errors. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Our score 4-0.
So to recap that inning, 1 hit, the triple from Richmond, 1 run. That run was earned to Aiden Roberts, his 2nd earned run. No errors, 2 men left on, and it is 4-0. Phillips coming out for his 6th inning of work. He has a no-hitter in the making. He is just 2 innings from a no-hit shutout, possibly. He's allowed a couple of walks, but nothing in the hit department. Hardhats just trying to penetrate him. Grant Phillips done a tremendous job so far, the Hutchinson Community College commit. as far as I know, the only man going to college on this team for baseball. At least the only one committed. I mean, some of these guys are, you know, young and have time. That being said, Fremont did produce a South Dakota State player last year, a pitcher. His name was, he's a freshman at South Dakota State now. A freshman right-hander, Carter Sintek. So, Fremont does produce D1 talent.
Zeke Farley.
Up comes Zeke, the guy you want leading off. He is 0 for 0 in this game. 1 for 3 total, but he got a walk earlier and to lead off the third, but he got caught stealing at second. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Phillips' fastball, very good. He's been able to use it. It must have some good spin upward on the four-seamer. So 0-1. That one is grounded over to the second baseman. It gets through his glove, and that'll be an error. He will reach on the error. So leadoff reach for Zeke Farley in the bottom of the 6th. The no-hitter still intact, but puts Farley on the base paths. Now comes up Dom. Dom reached on a walk his last time up and then struck out in the first. So he is 0 for 1 with a walk. He also got caught stealing back in the third. He takes one in the dirt, and that'll get away. Farley headed to second. Free pass there.
Farley into second on the wild pitch.
So Dom looking at a 1-0 now. Still nobody out. Got a fast Farley over there on second. McKnight, a very good bunter. He tries to put one down, doesn't make contact. 1-1 the count. McKnight looked like he was going to put that down the first base line, something that you don't see that often from him. He's usually a third base kind of bunter. Phillips, the 1-1. Taken low. McKnight seems to have backed off of the bunt. He didn't seem to get the signal from Torvey or anything. So 2-1. Swing and a miss on the high one. McKnight, strike 2 now. Both on missed swings or put downs. Looking at a 2-2 count here for McKnight. Phillips delivers. McKnight drives one into left. That has some carry. Going back is the left fielder, and it is just foul. Did that go over the fence, though? It did?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so that would have been Dom McKnight's first homer of the entire year. I had never seen him get close to one. He was about 4 feet away from it as that one goes foul. Got to be a little frustrating. That would have been huge for the Hardhats. Not only broken up the no-hitter, but given the shutout to just 2 runs. So we're back to a 2-2 for McKnight. Ooh, they hit him in the back, so that'll put him on first. McKnight will eat that one up.
McKnight will reach first on the hit by pitch.
So, there we go.
Second baseman, number 15, Aiden Roberts.
Aiden Roberts up, the pitcher now. He went 0 for 2 as a second baseman. They're going to come and talk to Phillips. There shouldn't be much issue. His no-hitter's still intact, and he is through, and he's done it through 5 innings. It's a 4-run lead. There should be no reason to pull him for anything but pitch count, which shouldn't be that high because he's only faced about, I don't know, 20 batters. So still no outs, 2 men on. Hardhats starting to look at something that could happen here. I would say double steal imminent with both McKnight and Farley on the base paths. I'm just thinking about that's crazy. Dom McKnight hit a real homer. He hit one. It went over the fence, but foul. I mean, I didn't know he was capable of that much power, but he did it. It was only about 4 feet wide. And so, yeah, okay.
Take some pictures of the game.
So, no outs. Aiden Roberts now up. Roberts is 0 for 2, but does go what was 4 for 7 coming into the game. He puts down a bunt. It's very high. The catcher gets it on his knees. That is going to be it's going to be Sherman. And so out number 1 is recorded on the pop up to the catcher on a foul bunt. Hayden Hollick now up. He does lead the team in RBIs, but his bat has gone ice cold lately. He's gone ice cold with his bat lately. It is 0 for 7 here in Omaha. Going for third is going to be Farley. That's thrown. Sherman not going to get McKnight. Double steal successful. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Hollick.
Both runners advance on the stolen bases.
So the first successful stolen base of the day is executed there. Hardhats were 0 for 3 coming into that on stolen bases against Sherman, but they were successful there. So 1-0 count here to Hollick. He watches one right down the middle. So 1-1 now. Hollick, the leader in RBIs, he would love to just get somebody in. If the Hardhats can just get 1 run, it'll show that Phillips is mortal, and that will do a lot. Phillips, the 1-1. Fouled off by Hollick, 1-2. Should be noted, Hollick looked at struck out on a full count looking his last time up on a ball that just barely hit the corner of the plate on its way in. Grounded up the line and foul. Remains 1-2. Hardhats need to score at least one of these runs here in this inning, or else it's more or less over. If they can bring home both, that would really give some real life. Hollick drives one into right. It keeps on carrying. The right fielder gets it. That'll bring home Farley. Hardhats are on the board with a sac fly. So it is 4-1 now. Hardhats do score 1. Dom McKnight moves over to third. So the sac fly from Hollick brings in 1. And Dom McKnight moves over to third. Harry Good now up to bat.
That brings up number 14, Harrison Good.
Strike 1 given there. So Harry Good has reached base both times he's been up with a walk and a reach on error. He drives one up the line. It is going to be fair. It's going into the foul territory. That'll bring home Dom. Harry's rounding for 2. It's a slip in the left field. He's not going to pick it up cleanly. That's a double. There goes the no-hitter, and the second run comes in. So it's 4-2 now.
Good.
Double there for Good. He breaks up the no-no and the shutout. So that's the first earned run there for the pitcher Phillips, and he's going to get a little talk. This might be the end of his day. It looks like it is. The man coming in from the bullpen. RBI double brings home Dom, and look at this. So Phillips is going to leave the game. Brant Phillips pitched 5 no-hit innings. Actually, 5 2/3 no-hit. He just now allowed his first hit of the game. Yeah. So here in the bottom of the 6th, it is now 2-4 with a man on second, 2 outs. Hardhats starting to show some life on the offensive side. So Brant Phillips goes 5.2 innings pitched. He earns 1 run. Just that Dom won because earlier in the inning there was an error that allowed Zeke to reach, and he got 6 Ks. So Nate Jones is going to come in now. He will try to close this game out. He will have a save opportunity here in the 6th. Very good, just walking back to second. Hardhats really coming together. So the rally's starting to begin. Up comes Alex Dietrich. Dietrich was red hot in game 1. He went 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs. And then in game 2, he went 0 for 3. And in this game, he's 0 for 2. So, I mean, mixed bag there for Dietrich. One really great game and 2 games where he really didn't do all that much. He has caught a good game. He's caught 2 men stealing, saved 2 outs that way as a catcher today. So that's the last warm-up pitch. Hardhats beginning to rally. It is a 2-run game here in the bottom of the 6th. Man on second. Dietrich, plenty of RBIs and his plenty of RBIs for him over the course of things.
Alex Dietrich.
He leads the team in RBIs here in Omaha. He has 5 of them. All of those in that first game against Kearney Runza. Pitch from Jones is swung on and hit up the line. That one just barely foul. That nearly happened again. That chopped liner worked for good for a double, and that one was foul by a matter of inches. 0-1 to Dietrich. 2 outs. Hardhats did what they were supposed to in that inning. They did put up runs. They brought it to a 2-run game. Anything extra is bonus, but I mean, when you got a hit train going, when you got a little bit of something working out, you got to keep it going when you can. So 1-1. Jones delivers low, handled well by Sherman. 2-1 now. Very good. Got to third back in the second before getting stranded, thanks to a walk and an error from the pitcher Phillips. So 2-1. Going for third is good. Inside ball, and Sherman throws it away, so that'll be a stolen base. Good gets to third on 2 outs. Gutsy call there from our manager, Kelvin Torvey. It is now 3-1. I forget that doesn't affect any of the count. So third stolen base of the game here for the Hardhats, all coming in the bottom of the 6th. And men on third, 3-1. Dietrich would be happy to take a walk if he gets given one. That would bring up Roach. Roach got a walk earlier today, and he is 4 for 8 in the total series here in Omaha, batting .500. Big pitch upcoming from Nate Jones. Jones delivers. High. That'll be a walk. So put a man on, still 2 outs.
Dietrich draws the walk. That brings up third baseman, number 23, Aaron Roach.
Aaron Roach coming up. He is 4 for 8 on the series out here in Omaha. He got a save. They're going to talk with Coach Torvey. Are they going to courtesy run? Dietrich is the catcher. They would be allowed to get a courtesy run out here in Legion, in this Legion College World Series tournament. Those are the rules. So the catcher would get a courtesy run if they want. They already used Marsh. Who are they going to switch him out for? Nobody. They're going to let Dietrich run it. No? No, they are going to bring somebody else out. That's Lee Negebauer. Negatron going to take the first base now as a pinch runner for Holly.
At first base number 12, the Negatron.
Yeah, I mean, he'll take it.
I saw it and I heard it, but I don't remember how to say that. Negebauer?
Yeah,
Negebauer.
I'll take it. He knows the nickname. All right, man on first. That's a swinging miss. Strike 1. So 0-1. Swinging and grounded. Weird bounce to third. Handled cleanly. Throw to first in time. The runner will not score. Hardhats do put up 2 in the bottom of the 6th. They will go into the 7th with just a 2-run deficit.
Fremont error.
4-1,
We move
4
to
to
the top
2.
of the 7th. Our score: Fremont 4, Post 22-2.
So to recap that inning, Hardhats get 1 hit. They scored 2 runs. One of those was earned to Phillips. There was 1 error, and 2 men were left on. I know that you're going to look at those 2 men left on and go, ooh, missed opportunity. That's the total amount of left ons for the rest of the game combined. I think that the 2 runs that came in were pretty good. Plus, Harry Good's double brought in the second run on 2 outs. So it's 2-4. Hardhats still trail, but if they can keep it close here, they'll have a chance for a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th. This is the same score they lost last night too, though, with Bryant. Though they led that game 2-0 early and then allowed the 4 runs to score in the middle innings, never came back and scored any of their own. Hayden Hollick going to take on the mound here. We are really reaching at the bottom of the barrel. Hayden Hollick, not third base, not designated hitter, not first base, but pitcher. Roberts will come out of the game completely. Dylan Marshall stay at second. Who's taking third? Oh, Philip Benz comes in to catch, and then Dietrich moves to first. So Dietrich moves to first. Coming out of the game is Roberts. Number 11, Philip Benz, the catcher, will come in as a catcher. So, and then Hollick will move to the pitcher position. That removes Aiden Roberts. Aiden Roberts pitches 2 innings pitched. He earns 2 runs.
Leading off Fremont.
And he gets 1 strikeout.
Number 2, Landon Sherman.
Pretty good for a first-time guy. Number 20, Hayden Hollick now in. He does not normally pitch, but we are really, scraping. So we'll see. I believe this will be Hollick's first appearance of the year, if I'm not mistaken. First pitch strike.
22, number 20, Hayden Hollick.
Yeah, Hollick has not pitched any innings so far this year. He does get 2 strikes to start things out, though. 0-2 here to Landon Sherman, the catcher, taken outside for a ball. 1-2. Hollick, a solid arm at third base. Sherman is gotten on base 2 out of 3 times. That's way off the plate. I mean, we're dealing with a 1-pitch fastball and then a slower fastball kind of bag here for Hollick. 2-2. Inside, full count. So after starting 0-2, Hollick makes it 3-2 now. He's going to have to deliver a strike here to Sherman. Infield shifted a little bit outward left. That is a pitch in the dirt. So he started out strong, but he walks the opening runner, and that is Sherman.
Sherman starts off the inning with a leadoff walk. That brings up the left fielder, number 1, Dom Escobedo.
I know it's a lot to ask, but if Hollick can keep this to 2 runs and keep this at a 2-run game and not allow anybody on for just 1 inning here, the Hardhats have a very good chance to come back.
Courtesy running at first base will be number 15, Ryan Dix.
So number 15 coming in. Yep, Ryan Dix. First pitch ball. So Dix on first. That'll be strike. 1-1. That's going to be a strike now. 1-2. off. Dix on first. So 1-2 now. In the dirt. Handle. Dix is going to take off. Throw to second is not in time. Able to catch the Dix running, and that'll be out number 2. Or out number 1, my bad.
Dix thrown out to second for out number 1.
So, 1 out. Caught stealing. Ryan Dix caught on the base paths, so out number 1. It'll be Escobedo still looking at a 2-2. Take it high, full count. He drives it up the middle, not going to be fieldable, so a single through the center for Dom Escobedo. That'll be a hit, 1 out. Luckily able to clear the bases before with the caught stealing on Ryan Dix.
Escobedo brings up the first baseman, number 21, Logan Egan.
Logan Egan now he is 0 for 2 with a walk. So, ball 1. That is low. Just barely 2-0 now here. Pitching to Logan Egan. That's a strike, fouled off. Runner cannot advance. So 2-1 as Egan gets set. Escobedo leads off first. That's a breaking ball. I didn't know he had that in the arsenal, but it will be fouled off. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Egan getting set. He did strike out swinging earlier this game to Harry Good. Fouled off. 2-2. That's not a strike. Just low. Full count. That was very close. 3-2-1 with a man on first. Pivotal pitch coming up. Hardhats looking to just get one more shutout inning. They check back at first, not going to be in time. Pollock to Dietrich, possibly one of the best combos in Legion baseball. Pollock usually making good throws from third to Dietrich at first. Swing and a miss on the slow one. That'll be a K. Hayden Hollick retires the man on the full count. Big pitch and out number 2.
Second out of the inning. Bringing up the right fielder, number 13, Cooper Wetzel.
Wetzel is 0 for 2 with a walk. That's going to be outside 1-0. That was big from Hollick on that last one. That is a pivotal pitch. If he allows a hit, that's big. If he gives a ball, then that's a walk. But second out. That'll be grounded foul. Ball or strike 1. So 1-1 now.
We're all scared now. So my parents for a whole day.
1-1 with 2 outs here. Man on first. If Hollick can keep this thing tied, Hardhats will have a very serious chance to come back here in the bottom of the 7th and walk it off. Fouled off. So 1-2. I saw a little bit of a stutter step coming from the runner, Escobedo. He thought he might run or something, and he thought wiser. So 1-2 now.
So referring to Kim Kalinowski. Right.
Special case.
Called strike 3 on the edge of the zone. Hayden Hollick pitches a shutout inning, gets his second strikeout. He goes 2 Ks and keeps it a 2-run game. in the top of the 7th. So
Leading
great
the bottom
work
of the
there.
7th are
To
scores
recap
still
that, 1 hit,
Fremont,
no
4,
runs, no earned
Post
runs,
22,
no errors, and 1 man left on base, making it 4-2. So Hardhats going to get their chance. They finally got through the pitcher. Now they're into the reliever. Nate Jones is back out here. He's going to do his best. So Hayden Hollick pitches that 1 inning. 1 inning with no earned runs and 2 Ks. So a pretty good outing there from the guy who, that's his first inning of the entire year pitching. He has not pitched at any other point this entire season. He has only been a field player and DH sometimes. He has not done anything else. So for a first-time guy, he really clutched up when the team needed him most. And now we get ready. The pitcher for the for Freemont First State Bank Post 20 is going to be the reliever Nate Jones. Jones came in and allowed a walk and a ground out in that last inning. So welcome here to the bottom of the 7th on Hardhats TV. I'm Oliver Feld. Get set. This is going to be a good one coming down close. Hardhats need to come back, but they've got the momentum. They got shut out with a no-hitter all the way through 5 2/3. Then they got 2 runs, and they broke this thing open. So Ridge Inhofer going to come up. Inhofer is 0 for 2 in this game. Watches 1 low. A walk's as good as a single here. Ridge knows that. He hasn't gotten a walk out here in Omaha yet. He did pitch 3 shutout innings. Ridge pops it into shallow left. The shortstop wants it. Nope, called off by the left fielder. That'll be out number 1. Escobedo goes and gets it.
Out to left for the first out of the inning.
So there goes the first out. Coming up now is Dylan Marsh.
That brings up number 16, Dylan Marsh.
Marsh grounded out to second his last time up and tweaked his knee getting out of the batter's box. So 1 out. Marsh, not exactly the hitter, but he is a good walk candidate. He drives one off his own leg. Man, he's just having a bad day with that left leg. So 0-1. Jones gives his catcher a little tap on the head. Very wholesome. This is a big moment here. Like I said, a entire 1.5 differential between the batting average of Dylan Marsh and the OBP of Dylan Marsh. He's a big walk taker. That is going to be slightly high. Good eye, 1-1. A walk's as good as a single. He'll happily take it. The Hardhats would love to get the tying run to the plate. With the 1 out here. Marsh grounds it over to second. Handled cleanly. Throw to first in time. So out number 2 recorded. Hardhats down to their final out.
4-3 foot out for out number 2.
Up comes Zeke Farley.
Zeke Farley.
Farley, the only man not to get out of the plate today. He did reach on an error by the second baseman on a hard hit ball last time up, and he came around to score. He was that first run, and he got a walk back in the 3rd where he got caught stealing. He's the guy you want with 2 outs here and nobody on. If you get him, then you bring up Dom McKnight, the great leadoff contact hitter, and then you bring up Phillip Bentz, who had a really good inning or really good game out there in Yankton. Take an eye. Farley probably just going to try to get the walk here. I doubt he does anything for the single, though I'm sure he could. This is going to be big here. Hardhats down to their final out, down by 2, bottom of the 7th here to Fremont. That'll be a strike, delivered in the zone. So 2-1. This is the Hardhats' only game of the day. Taken low, good eye from Farley. So 3-1. A walk would do a lot for this Hardhats comeback effort. That's actually what sparked this whole thing back in the 6th. Was a Zeke Farley reach base. So 3-1, that's high, he'll take it. So a man on first, the game is not over, 2 outs, Dom McKnight comes up to bat.
Farley reaches on the walk, bringing up the top of the order. Number 21, Dominic McKnight.
Clutch piece of hitting there for Zeke Farley. Get a man on first, he can steal, but you just got to remember that that first run, not very valuable without the second. So there wouldn't be much of incentive for him to steal here. Dom McKnight has reached base on a hit by pitch and a walk, and then he struck out. So he's 2 for 3 at reaching base. First one down, taken. If you can get Dom on base and Farley on base, they can double steal. They did that back in the 6th. They were the 2 runs that came across for the Hardhats. Throw low in the dirt, handled well by Sherman. And 2-0. Jones has to make sure that he gets himself back into order. This is a big moment here. McKnight happy to take a walk if you'll offer him. He's already done 3 of those in this series out in Omaha. That's high. Jones getting a little bit of yips maybe, but it's 3-0. A walk would put the tying run on first base with 2 speedy runners with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. That's a strike right down the middle. So now 3-1. Not a walk on that pitch. His last time up, Dom got hit by a pitch, stole second on a double steal with Farley, and then came around to score. That's going to be up and inside. So now we've got Dom on first base, Farley on second, 2 fast runners, and both of them are going to be on base. Last time up, they did a double steal, both to get into scoring position. This is Philip Bentz coming up, the catcher.
Correction, now batting number 11, Philip Bentz.
Bentz, the sub in at catcher. 2 men on, both of which are fast. I would be a little surprised if they didn't try to steal at some point. Swing and a miss for Bentz. Bentz, known to get behind in counts and then come back. Back in Yankton, in the one game that he played, he hit a triple. He hit a triple, went 2 for 3 out there, and got an RBI. So, 0-1. Down, handled well by the catcher Sherman. 1-1 now. I still got a feeling this is going to work out just fine for the Hardhats. I just a gut one. So you don't want to make the final out at third, but if you can put both of them into scoring position, it would only need a single for Bentz to tie it up. Bentz drives it up over to third. Handled cleanly. They will step on the bag. That'll be the game. Hardhats unable to come back. They did their best there in the bottom of the 7th. They do fall, losing the game, moving to 1-2 in the series. Brent Phillips, amazing outing there for 5 2/3 no hit is a big deal. So that is going to end it there. Hardhats play their only game of the day. They'll get to see a College World Series game later, and they do fall 4-2 to Fremont. I'm Oliver Fell. Thank you all for watching. Unfortunately, we were unable to come back and get that win there for you all. We dropped to 1-2 in pool play. We'll have plenty more games to go, though. We'll have 2 tomorrow and 1 on Saturday. So we're halfway through pool play. It is 1-2, the record. And I'm Oliver Fell from Omaha, Millard South High School, the John A. Lamel Complex. Final score, Hardhats 2, Fremont 4.